Welcome back. Today we are making a love letter. This is a very floral rose type fragrance. We are using Dewy Rose by Brambleberry, and then I've got a red and a pink mica, and then I've got my normal additives, kaolin clay and colloidal oats. And basically we're just going to start off with putting our additives into our oils here. And then we are going to work on getting our colorants ready. So I'm just going to pour a little bit of sweet almond oil into each of these little Dixie cups. And then I will put each of the colors into the Dixie cups. Basically what this does is it helps disperse the colors into the soap once I have started to actually mix the soap together. And these are actually pigments, so they are a lot more pigmented than micas are, so they're a lot brighter. And again, they are harder to blend into soap once you've already had your fragrance oil put in and everything. So to avoid the acceleration and not dispersing the colors in well, I like to go ahead and disperse them into some oil. And then I pulled over my titanium dioxide. I used this on a previous batch, so I had some extra, so I just saved it. I'm just going to go ahead and use my little mini mixer here to mix up all of the colors to make sure that everything is, again, dispersed really well. That way you don't get any chunks within the soap. And then it does kind of puff up a little bit, so I try to mash the pigment powder into the oils before I actually blend it. And then next up here, after I'm done showing you what I've got going, we're gonna start mixing the lye. So this is frozen goat milk that I have gotten from my goats, and I went ahead and poured in the correct amount of lye into that, and it's gonna start melting down. This usually takes about 7 to 10 minutes or so, just kind of depending on the temperature in the room. And then I'm going to bring over my oils and make sure that all of my additives are nice and mixed into the oils. So I'm going to pull out my stick blender and give those a good blend. And then once I've gotten those all nice and blended in, what I will do is I'll go back to the lye solution and give that a good mix. I want to continue to move that around because that helps melt down the ice cubes, and it helps to keep it from scorching in certain areas. So you'll always want to keep stirring your lye mixture. And now we are pretty much ready to soap here. I'm just going to check my temperatures to make sure that they are within a good range. And then last thing, I add sodium lactate to my lye solution once the ice cubes have melted down completely. I do 3 teaspoons, and basically it's 1 teaspoon per pound of oils, and I've got about 3 pounds of oils here, so I just do 3 teaspoons. And then once that's all mixed in, we go ahead and pour the lye solution into the oil mixture. And now we are pretty much making soap. So once I've got all of my lye poured off into here, I'll set it off to the side and kind of give that a little bit of a stir. And then now we blend. And we want to blend our soap batter here to emulsion, and I'm just checking it to make sure that we're not too high on temperature, which 95 is totally fine. I'm used to soaping that warm. And I'm just checking to make sure that there's no separating in oils as I'm blending here. And then now that I've come to an emulsion, I am going to get ready to pour in my fragrance. Like I said earlier, I'm using Dewy Rose by Brambleberry. And in order to keep the fragrance from spilling all over the place, I like to use a pipette, and I like to pour the fragrance down the pipette into the bucket. It's a lot more cleaner, and I'm not having fragrance oil pour down the side of my bottle and drip all over the table and all that kind of stuff. And then we'll just set the fragrance oil off to the side, and we will blend up our fragrance. And this fragrance behaved very well. Definitely no acceleration, no ricing, nothing too bad at all. Now I'm gonna pour off my accent colors. So what I did is I'm going to do the pink more than the red. So I just poured off accordingly, and then the larger bucket is going to be my light ivory white color. And I'm just pouring my red into the smaller container. And I want to make sure that I get all of that pigment powder out as much as possible, and then I'll give that a quick stir here. And then next for the pink, we'll pour the pink in, and same thing, I want to scrape it out as much as possible. And then I will go ahead and give the pink a nice stir. Made a little bit of a mess, so we'll clean that up. Now I'm gonna go ahead and pour in a little bit of the titanium dioxide. I poured about half of it in and stirred it up to kind of get an idea of what it was gonna look like. I didn't like the color. I thought it was a little too on the yellower side, so I went ahead and poured the rest of the titanium dioxide into the bucket. And then I will go ahead and stick blend the titanium dioxide as well. This will help disperse the titanium dioxide into the soap batter. And now I'm going to go ahead and grab my soap mold and bring it over to the table, and we are gonna get ready to pour. Enjoy.
Standing underneath the lights, looking into eyes. Tired snowflakes are coming down, collapse into water when they hit the ground. I hear the sound of empty streets, and yesterday has gone to sleep. So all that's left is you and me. I can promise you're the only thing I see. Hold my hand and hear the words I say. Close your eyes and let us fade away. Build a secret place for you and me. Let our minds be caught up in a dream. Quiet voices in the night, and time is running out of sight. A lonely wind is passing by, tries to carry all the whispers that it finds. The walls are listening when we talk, making echoes as we walk. There's no one left but you and me. It's like a made-up place that only we can see. Hold my hand and hear the words I say. Close your eyes and let us fade away. Build a secret place for you and me. Let our minds be caught up in a dream. Standing underneath the lights, look into each other's eyes. There's no one left but you and me. It's like a made-up place that only we can see.
Now that we've got everything into the mold, we're gonna go ahead and texture the top a little bit, and then we will spritz with a little bit of glitter because I want to give it a nice shiny top here. I'll spray with some rubbing alcohol to keep down on the soda ash. And then this is what it looks like. I absolutely love the soap. It has turned out so beautiful. And wet soap looks great. Okay, so we will come back in about 18 to 24 hours to go ahead and cut it, and we'll see you here shortly. Okay, now we're back. So I'm going to go ahead and unmold the Love Letter soap here, and I basically just take the silicone portion out of the wooden mold, and then I will go ahead and pull the sides to help release that suction there. This first side was a little bit on the sticky side still, but that's okay. The other side was not, so it unmolded beautifully. And it literally smells like a fresh bouquet of roses. It smells so good. So go ahead and enjoy the rest of the video. If you would like to see more, please subscribe, like, comment, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Standing underneath the lights, look into each other's eyes. Tired snowflakes are coming down, collapse into water when they hit the ground. I hear the sound of empty streets. Yesterday has gone to sleep, so all that's left is you and me. I can promise you're the only thing I see. I say, close your eyes and let us fade away. Build a secret place for you and me, and let our minds be caught up in a dream. Quiet voices in the night, time is running out of sight. A lonely wind is passing by, tries to carry all the whispers that it finds. The walls are listening when we talk, making echoes as we walk. There's no one left